The mic, you guys can hear me in the back, right? So who knows what SEO stands for? 1, 2. Okay, we have a really nice crowd here. Before I start with my presentation, I'm going to give you a quick brief on my background. I've been in the online marketing industry for about 10 years now. I had the honor to manage some of Canada's top marketing teams at Toronto Star, Direct Energy. I managed the American and Canadian marketing teams, and my last full-time corporate gig was the head of online marketing teams for Canadian Tire. I think over my life I managed about $20 million in media buy, and about 3 years ago we started Green Lotus. And I'm just going to feature one of our events that we do called Donate and Learn. That's our little give back to community before we start with anything. This event has been going for 3 years now. The whole idea is that we bring top quality speakers, and instead of asking our audience to pay conference fees, we ask them to donate directly to our partner charities. So 100% of all donations actually end up in the charity pocket. In the past 2.5 years, we raised more than $20,000 for YWCA, Big Brother, Big Sister, and Enactus Ryerson. You guys are all lucky. The next event is tomorrow at 12 o'clock at Ryerson University. Our keynote speakers are the head of small business marketing from Microsoft, the senior director manager for American Express, and the VP of marketing from Investors Group. So all of this information is on greenlotus.ca. Again, the event is free, and you are welcome to donate what you can at the door or online, and 100% of all of that donation end up in the charity pocket. Now let's get started. So why is it important? Why SEO is important? The most important fact and most important number, that 89% of consumers start their search decision online. Either you buy the product online or you go to the store, you have initially made the decision online. Think about all of us. When was the last time you actually walked into a store not knowing what you're looking for? You started your search online first, you found the type of products you want, and then you ended up at Best Buy to kind of check and see what the product looked like. 75% of users never scroll past the first page of Google. That is a very scary fact for the people who are on the second page plus. So if you're on the second or third page, your chances to be found is less than 1%. That's a very scary number. So if you are not on that first page, it really doesn't matter. 43% of all searches done on Google have a local intent. What does that mean? That means that you not only know what you're looking for, but you know where you want to get it. The last time you looked for a used phone or a used car, or a real estate agent in Toronto, a new home in Toronto, stuff like that, because we are a local community. We want to buy from the guy next door. I don't want to get something shipped to me from the state. I want it now. I want to call the guy, the legal advisor, and say, oh, I'm in problem. I need a legal advice now. So that adds a whole new perspective, that almost half the searches done on Google have a local intent. So your local community is actively looking for you. Whether you're being found or not, that's another problem. So I get asked a lot, what are the metrics that matter when you want to get high ranks? So I put them in 3 buckets. The first bucket is popularity, which is basically means how authoritative is your website, how Google finds you a trustworthy website. So those factors include domain authority, page authority, how many links coming back to your website, the referrer IDs, if you have a .gov or .edu links coming back to you. That all refer to the authority. So I'm going to give you a simple example. So on my website, I'm talking about tax, and then I refer to the government website for more details. Who have more authority now on the topic, my website or the government website? The government website, right? So we try to reverse engineer the problem and make people link to me so that search engines see them as subject matter expertise. The second one is relevancy, and this is a lot of things that entrepreneur and business owners forget. They try to build links and manage social media, and they forget that they have to optimize their own website. So relevancy means that you have the keywords and the topic that I'm searching for on your website. So that includes fresh content, page titles, the keyword density and frequency and prominences. These are all factors that determine, is your website relevant to what I'm searching for or not? And one of the fact that many people do not know, that Google rank web pages and not websites. I'm going to repeat it again. Google rank web pages and not websites. So every page on your website have its own identity. So when Google trying to rank a page, they're trying to find the most appropriate page on your website. So that goes back into having a proper product page for each of your product, a proper location page for each of your offices and stuff like that. Don't try to cram 20 keywords on your home page and say, oh, I'm optimizing for 50 keywords. It does not matter. It's not going to work. So one page, one keyword, because when you have one page, one keyword, that means that the authority and the relevancy is really high.
I'm not sure if you're going to address this later, but parallax. How does that affect parallax?
Can you put it in the sentence?
So for example, parallax websites are a single page.
Yeah.
Where you have location and this and this and this. I've been told two different stories, so if you're going to bring that up later.
That, like those landing pages that scroll down forever?
Yeah.
Those pages are mainly made for paid marketing. They're not made to rank. We call those orphan pages. And orphan pages do not rank because they're not linked from other websites.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Then social signals. For the longest time, people scammed the hell out of Google and search engines and built fake links and all of that stuff. And in the last, I think, 2.5 years, Google have introduced social signals. So if a website has 50,000 likes and 20,000 tweets, those are mainly refer to human signals because nobody can really do 50,000 Facebook profiles to like a page. It's less likely than building 50,000 fake links. So this social signals have been introduced to Google algorithm about 2.5 years ago. And I highlighted Google Plus. Who is using Google Plus here? Not even 10%. Okay, so let me tell you this. Google Plus in the last year and a half, have became the spine cord of all Google products, including Maps, AdWords, Insights, the whole 9 yards. Google Plus is the central piece of all Google products. So make sure that all your Google products are connected, that your local business directory is activated, and your local business Google Plus page is activated and verified, because without Google Plus, you are losing on a lot of traffic, because Google simply prefer their products than other people. And now let's talk about which is which and who is more important in this demographics. So this is my own algorithm. This is not from Google. This is not authorized or certified by anyone but me. So for popularity, I give it 50%. You have to always work on building links and ask people to link back to you. Relevancy, I give it 40% because if your website is not top-notch and is not talking about what people are looking for, that's a big chunk that you might be missing. And the opposite for a lot of entrepreneurs, you guys would not believe how many calls I receive a day. Oh, I want a social media campaign management. I want to manage my social media. I'm like, when I ask the client, are you looking for sales and high ranks, or are you looking for brand awareness? They tell me, oh, I'm looking for sales. That is the wrong approach. Social media is for awareness and brand engagement, but it will also help you in SEO. Social media is not a big factor in SEO, but it's a complementary factor in SEO. All right, I'm gonna play. Hopefully it works. Where's the? I'm so not meant to use it. So about 6 months ago, we created a new product. We are actually the fastest growing SEO tools in Canada. This tool is created for entrepreneurs and startups. Who's here in an entrepreneur or a startup business? Okay, so this is for you guys. So hopefully this will work.
Put your business on the first page of Google with Green Lotus SEO tools. 75% of customers stop their internet search at the first page of Google results. You need to be on that page. Green Lotus SEO tools can get you there. optimization doesn't have to be complicated. Start your 30-day free trial today. No credit card required.
So that was it, really. The whole idea is that we're trying to do is to, a lot of entrepreneurs that I talk to are eager to optimize their websites, but they cannot afford the $1,500 a month for big agencies. A lot of entrepreneurs are eager to learn, but there's no tool out there to tell them exactly how it's done. So that's why we built the new SEO tools to focus on entrepreneurs and SEO specialists. This is going very smooth, by the way. Exactly how I imagined. I don't know, man. Okay. All right. So today I'm going to talk about 5 steps to outrank your competitors without paying the search engines. The slides that I'm going to share are from my tools, but those steps can be applicable to any tool that you use. So make sure that you take notes, but if you want to use this exactly how we're talking about, make sure to try the tools. You can try it for 30 days for free, no credit card required, and the tool starts from $20 a month. So first, find what's wrong with your website. Guess what? Google is not going to rank a website that have a broken link on the homepage. It's just not going to happen. Google is not going to rank a website that does not have a proper navigation or have a missing titles. All of this stuff show how poor is your website. And guess what? You're not going to get the price #1 on the first page with so many errors on your website. So as you can see, we have we're showing site audits for 2 important tools. The first one is the 25-point check. We run a 25-point check on your website and it tells you what you have passed and what you have missed. So for example, 10 pages of your website have duplicated title tags. So if you are in the tool and you click on this line here, the tool will expand and show you what are those 10 pages and what are the duplicated title, how to fix it, and where to start looking for. So not just we telling you what's wrong with your website, we're telling you what's the location of the error and how to fix the error. And before you move on, don't forget to fix broken internal and external links. So we have a dedicated broken link audit, site audit. So it goes through all the links on your website and make sure that all your links are working fine. So very important, before you sell a house, you have to fix the doors and windows. And these are the doors and windows of your website. Make sure they work just fine before you go to the public and say, here's my website, please rank me #1. Step #2, choose the right keywords. This is actually a bigger problem than a lot of people imagine. A lot of people say, do keyword research. But how to do keyword research for the entrepreneurs here? What do you use for keyword research? Yeah? Anything else? Google. That is the only keyword tool that is known out there. But does it provide enough information? And does it actually tell you what is the local search volume and the global search volume? So this is why we created this keyword search. And the one thing that I want to tell you that most of the time we think that our product is exactly named correctly, but your product names are not what you think they are. Your product names and service names are what your audience calling them. I remember my time at the Toronto Star New and Homes, and when I first started, we were working with new home builders and stuff like that. So, oh, there's a new project in Markham, there's a new project in Toronto. All over the website, we're talking industry jargon to our clients. But for the search engines, new project could be a high school project, could be a highway project. But after doing a keyword research, we changed all new projects to new home developments. And just by changing one single keyword across the website, that single keyword helped us increase traffic by 35% within 3 weeks. Just if you can name your products right. So what I'm talking about here, when you can do keyword research in 2 different ways. The first way is that you can put your keyword and the tool will spit out all relevant keywords. Or instead of putting a keyword, you put a competitor website and the tool will go scan your competitor content and tell you what the keywords that they use the most. The layout at the end is the same. So the first column here is the global search volume. This is a monthly average. Then the local search volume, you can change this to Canada, UK, whatever you want to advertise. The bid competition, this information is coming from Google AdWords to tell you what is the bidding war around this keyword. The seasonality, this is coming from Google Trends to show you what is the seasonality for each keyword. So each of these little charts is a month. The last column here is the KAI. This is a new metrics we invented called Keyword Effectiveness Index. So what is a good keyword? A good keyword, basically, a keyword that have a lot of search volume and a medium to low competition rate. That is the keyword that you want to optimize for. Because a keyword that have high search volume and high competition rate, you have really low chance of ranking and competing against the big guys. But if you find a bigger opportunity in a less popular keyword, that is the keyword that you should choose and you go for. And this is why, see, the keyword with 12,000 search volumes have 0.16, and the keyword with 1,600 have 1.5 KAI, just to show which keywords you should go for. Step number 3. This is actually a very dangerous task, and a lot of people don't really pay attention to it. Increasing site authority and building quality links. For the longest time, there was a whole industry around this, building link farms and pay us $10 and we'll submit your website to a bazillion site. But then Google catch up to all of these stuff. And now those people are getting penalized. We actually have a client that when we start working with them, they had about 3,000 toxic links that we had to get rid of. So be very careful. When you are building links, it's not about the quantity, it is about the quality. So we are here giving you 2 ways of building links. The first way is to spy on your competitors. This graph here is showing that this page, for example, is linking to 3 out of my 4 competitors. What does that mean? That means 2 things. That this page that have a good Google page rank 4 out of 10 is first relevant to what I'm doing because it's linking to 3 out of the 4 competitors that I am tracking. Second is that this page is more likely to accept a link from me since they are linking to 3 out of my 4 competitors. So let me tell you, gaining a link from this page is worth 1,000 links from those offshore services and all those link building services. So that's a good way to start. Spy on your competitors. I've always said, start where the top people ended. See what the top people are doing and follow their steps. The second way of doing link building and using our tools is that we have recommended search engines and local directories and content submissions. There are about 250 of them, are personally selected by myself. And the tool will help you submit those and track the performance of your links. So we'll even check if those links have been submitted successfully or they failed. So if you tell us that you submitted your website to Bassem directory, we'll go check Bassem directory and see if there's a link being submitted there or not to report back to you, yes, your link is successful, or no, your link is not successful. Step number 4, monitor your progress. Search engine is a very slow-moving process. So in order to measure the effectiveness of your campaign, you need to measure on quarterly basis. So no 1 month or 2 months will be enough to tell you if this is working or not. We have some great tools to track your ranking and see, because ranking is the first indication that you are actually getting a traffic. So not just that we're tracking your ranking, we're tracking your competitors' ranking, and we're tracking it on 6 verticals. So we will tell you if your website or your competitors have showed in the first page or the first 10 pages as an ad, as an image, as video, as news, as places, as shopping. So not just a single vertical, 6 verticals that we will be reporting. So for example, this keyword here is ranked number 1 with a paid ad and number 3 organically. This here is ranked number 7 in the Google Places. This here is ranked number 44 with an image. So we're not just showing you ranking. What was the piece of content of your website that did rank? And that's how we track and monitor. And we keep the historical data for 12 months, so you can actually go back and see, are you moving up? For the people who thinks that all I said just went over their heads and a little bit complicated, we actually built a list, a do-it-yourself checklist. This list has 7 categories. Within those 7 categories, there's about 250 detailed SEO tasks listed in priority. This is an example of an expanded task. It tells you what you should do and what is the tool you should use to achieve this task. And once you achieve this task, you check it. And at the end here, the tool will show you your progress. So next time you log in into the tool, you know what you've done and what are your next steps. Checking the task is not going to help you, but this is a time management thing to keep in order what is the next task that you should be doing. We put a lot of effort into writing these details. It's a do-it-yourself checklist and it's a do-it-yourself SEO tool. So there's no reason for you to buy or get the tools if you're not going to use it. If you're not going to use and log in to the tools at least 2 hours a week, save the $20 and buy a burger and a beer once a month, you'll be much happier. The last step that I want to leave you is the measure the success of your plan. So this is one of our most recent clients that use the tools, Oak Valley Decor. This is a brand new website, have a domain authority of 0 when they first started. Within 4 months, Oak Valley was able to outrank their 3 competitors and generate close to $8,000 of sales with no marketing budget. It's very important. If you can do SEO right, you don't need to spend a lot of money on marketing because you're ranked #1. You don't need that much money of ranking. So you can see where we started, and you can see the lift off directly after this. And here's this screenshot has been taken a month ago, but if you want to check illuminated floral lights on Google.ca and Google.com, see we're tracking 2 sites. This is the case study. The tool gives you a quick snapshot on how many keywords are ranked on the top first position, on the top page, the top 2 pages, the top 3 pages, which keywords moved up, which keywords moved down. So we're trying to simplify the process for people who does not know SEO. We launched the tools about 6 months ago, and now we are actually close to 1,000 users. We have got users from the UK, Spain, and majority of our users are actually in the States. Tomorrow we'll be announcing the Green Lotus SEO Tools version 2.0. The most important updates we launched on this version. Now we added YouTube as a search engine. So now you can check your YouTube channel videos ranking on YouTube. YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine, and as far as I know, there's no SEO tool that measures video ranking on YouTube. And we fully translated the tool into French, and there's another update that I forgot. What else? This is the last slide. The tool fully integrated with Google Analytics, Google Webmaster Tools, Moz, Ahrefs, Compete, and Alexa. Those 4 products, the starting price of any of those guys is about $250 a month. We buy the information API in bulk and sell it to you for a cheaper price. So we did not reinvent the wheel. We got all the good wheels in one place and made it affordable for entrepreneurs. And the tool have an awesome automated reporting, so you don't need to drill down to it. Everything gets delivered to you once a month or once a week, whatever you choose to. Before I will get back to this, I want to finish by thanking you for taking the time to listen to this. We're very proud. We're very proud to be the fastest growing SEO tools in Canada. We ask for your support, but in return, we're offering 3 months free if you decide to use the tools. This is the promo code DL3 free. That's actually the promo code for the event tomorrow. So if you decide to use this promo code before tomorrow midnight, instead of getting 3 months, you'll get 6 months free on any annual subscription. So you guys are the very first people to know this is what I'm promoting tomorrow. The majority of the questions that I get are these 3 questions. Does any of you share any of these questions? 1, 2, yeah? Okay. So that's the Q&A. Those are the majority of the questions that I get every time, so I thought to put it up there. How much time should you dedicate to SEO? SEO is an ongoing process, a non-stop, a pain in the butt. You have to do it for your business. But my recommended time is an average of 2 hours a week. If you can start with 2 hours a week, I promise you that you're going to see huge difference within 3 to 6 months. The second question, so I just answered the second question. Can the average entrepreneur marketing do it? I just want to tell you that the only university degree that I have is a bachelor's degree in architect. English is a second language. I'm a new immigrant. So if I can do all of this, you guys can do a lot better than I do. Yeah, question? More question? Okay.
Will we do this tomorrow?
Yes.
One of the workshops on SEO.
Yes.
Are they going to go into more detail than you were presenting?
Yeah, actually the workshop tomorrow, we have a workshop starting at 2 o'clock tomorrow where you bring your laptop and we will walk you through how to create your account and how to analyze your website. So if you want to bring your laptop tomorrow at Ted Raj's building at 2 o'clock, we'll have an expert, an SEO expert that walks you through the whole demo.
And my main question, although you're in the commercial sector, someone may want to optimize their searchability in a non-profit website. So generally it's transferable.
Yeah, whatever go to the commercial business usually apply to the non-for-profit. It's the same algorithm that Google judge. So, and again, Google rank web pages, not websites. So the same methodology go for both. We're done there? Oh,
one super quick question.
All right. I'm just afraid they kick me out.
So lately I've been noticing on my analytics a lot of spammy referral links. So people and bots visiting my site that are just garbage links. Is that going to affect my SEO, or is Google like on top of it? Is it just making it a pain in the ass?
I can't give you an answer, but among the 35 tools that we have, there's a tool called toxic links. So the tool will scan and check if there's any toxic links pointing to your website.
Okay.
So I can't answer the question unless I see the reports.
Yeah, no, I know they're not like traffic.
So guys, if you want to ask me any question, I'll be right here. I don't want to keep you on your seats. Thanks a lot.